Good morning, everybody. Jim Feist and Hank Goldberg. Happy Wednesday morning, Hank.
Hey, how you doing, Jim?
I'm doing okay. Couple games. Last night I had Detroit under. You either push or lose it, go into extra innings, and it's just I gotta ask you: do you ever make any first five bets in baseball?
Any what?
First 5 innings.
Yeah, I don't.
I've been reading a lot about it, and I make some, but a lot of the lines are made on starting pitchers, but starting pitchers are not in the game beyond 6, 7 innings, sometimes not even that far. And then you depend on the bullpens, and you don't know how they're going to perform as, they're not as consistent as some of the starters. So some people are just big proponents of betting first fives, especially when you're looking at pitchers.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I mean,
it does.
So I'm gonna focus a little bit more on that, and try not to depend so much on those relief pitchers that have been absolutely blowing up, just giving up runs. The other night I had a good situation with Cincinnati over Kershaw, going to ninth inning, have a lead, give up 2 runs in the bottom of the ninth. It's all about the relief pitchers, and they don't perform. It's just not one instance. It's a bunch. But you wanted to talk.
The Philadelphia teams are doing well in every sport right now.
Magic City this year. Maybe it does work that way sometimes. You want?
I'll tell you something. The Yankees got another guy on the injured list now.
Oh,
looks like he's going to be out for a month. And they just are running out of players. And although they won last night against the Red Sox, and you got to wonder about the Red Sox eighth from last year, who seems to have lost his fastball, and he has not been good this year. Sale, I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
And if you look at it right now, Tampa Bay, although the top pitcher just went on the injured list, and he's day to day, but Tampa Bay is 7.5 games in front, and they may not get caught. They're good.
They are good. I mean, they did. We talked about that on the show a couple times. They won 90 games last year. And a lot of people don't even think about them as, 90 games. I mean, that's not that far away from winning the whole thing in that league. It's not to be, and they're doing a good job. Their manager's on top of it. He's got some innovative ways he handles his pitching staff. Very interesting.
But the thing is, they're off to a good start, and I know it's early, but they build up a big enough lead the way the other two teams are struggling right now. They may walk away with that division. Very
possible. They're definitely playing more consistently than anybody else. And they're definitely a sleeper. I'd like to say I have a future ticket on them, but I don't. I just play it game to game. I wish I had a futures ticket on them. It would have been a good price. Definitely. Houston is taking off. They're red hot. They're absolutely red hot right now. And
they've been playing well on the road right now. They've been handling Oakland, and the Dodgers, after slumping a little bit, they've come around. Atlanta's been a little bit of an up and down team. You can't count on a lot right now with a lot of these teams, but anyway, Cleveland seems to have come to life a little bit lately. That's the way baseball is going right now. The NBA playoffs, scores are up after the first games. Every team went under, and now Toronto. Leonard had a huge game for them, and I thought they'd come back and win, but Orlando just didn't show at all. I think they got their one win at Toronto, and they just didn't come to play game two. I think they'll be better when they get home.
Yeah.
I think Clifford will bring them back. And Denver came from way back against San Antonio to get a win and a cover. I think that series is going to go all the way. Aldridge for San Antonio and DeRozan are a good combination. Bertans. I think it's going to be a close series. Murray, after he got off to a terrible start, really came through in the second half and saved Denver in that game.
Yeah, he really did. You talked about Toronto. They're going to open on Friday down at Orlando as a 4-point favorite. Might be leaning a little higher. I'm seeing minus 15 on some of it, but it's possible.
They're going to. I think it can't get much higher. Detroit's awful. They shouldn't even be in this.
Well, no,
they sneaked in.
I was talking about Toronto and Orlando on Friday.
Oh.
Milwaukee tonight is a 15-point favorite. You can lay 15.5, but you do a little shopping, you can find 15. Yeah, you're right. Detroit just limped in. They don't have Griffin. That's gonna be tough for them. And Milwaukee they're the kind of team that they can crush you. And how about the Warriors the other night? 31 points, blew the lead. Clippers come back.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you this: they missed Cousins because they didn't get any rebounds after he went out, and I think they'll come back. I knew Doc would. Everybody talks about the Warriors and what happened to them. How about Doc? He's a heck of a coach, and he got that team. He kept that team together in the game, and they wound up winning it. I knew he slipped at least one win out in that series, and I was surprised that was the one. I thought he'd get a win at home, but I think it was a good wake-up call for Golden State.
Well, they have the tools. The question that I think we all have about them is, are they as hungry as they used to be? I mean, during the season, they gave up a lot of late games and blew a lot of leads. And, eventually all these good teams and dynasties start to get a little lax. I don't know if it's this year, but they certainly did that during the season. Don't know. But it's possible. But they did have the Clippers. The Clippers were way down. Warriors are the better team. They're an 8.5-point favorite at the Clippers on Thursday.
Well, the Clippers have a couple of guys who can play, but I think Golden State's got a lot more talent on that team. But I'll tell you what happened. Once they got one, in the head of one guy, Beverly did. They managed to stop Curry. They doubled up on him, and they really shut him down in the fourth quarter, and that was the difference in that game. But I guess George, his shoulder's bothering him a little bit, and but he came through and played decently for Oklahoma City. But that series, I don't see how they're going to get a win against Portland right now, particularly the way Westbrook is playing. They got real problems. Lillard, they have no answer for Lillard. They can't stop him. They can't defend.
They can't, and Westbrook can't hit an outside shot. 29% from three-point range, and even low 30s even in the 2-point range area, except for his drives. He's great driving the basketball. But, nobody talks about it, but they picked up Ennis Cantor after they had the injury, and he's playing terrific for them. In New York, they said he was too old to play. Well, he's not too old to play. Where they are now. Portland's using him very well. He's been a big factor.
Yep. Oh, Nurkic and Lillard are killing them, and there's the other guy who's been hitting the outside shots, whose name I can't remember right now.
McCollum?
Yeah. They have no answer for him, and as long as Portland's hitting those outside shots, Oklahoma City doesn't have an answer. They just can't score. That game was tied at the half. Oklahoma City had a 10-point lead at one point. And in the second half, Portland doubled them up.
Yeah, well, they have the two of the best guards in the game. Nobody really talks about them on a day-to-day basis, but McCollum and Lillard, I would not have to. I'd not want to face those guys. I mean, they are two terrific guards. And as I said, the addition of Cantor has been big, and they didn't expect that, but they're getting good play out of him. It's interesting. I love the playoffs. It's awesome. And my biggest problem right now is with relief pitchers giving up leads that I have. So I have to fix that. But it is what it is.
The Mets setup, man, is brutal. Can't get the ball over the plate.
That could be a problem. Anything else you want to talk about, Hank? Anything going on with horses this weekend? Or?
No, not. It's 2 weeks till the Derby. So that's about it. As far as horse racing goes right now.
We've got some golf.
Everybody's getting geared up for that.
Now, we had a big golf weekend last week with what went on at the Masters. Was awesome. And now it goes back to regular tournament events. And this week there's there's some lines
there,
up.
Hilton Head this week.
Yes, it should be interesting. Golf has caught everybody's attention now that Tiger's back, and the Masters was a great viewing event for sure. So I think there'll be a lot more betting in golf going forward now that Tiger's back in the game.
Week to week, you think there's going to be fake betting on golf?
Yeah, every week. They have golf every week. Bet odds.
I know they have it every week, but I didn't think it was that big a betting deal, except for the majors.
It's been a growing betting sport for years. It's not caught up to the majors sports yet, but when you look on, like I'm going to go online right now. Yeah, here's the heritage matchups for this weekend. I'm looking at Cantlay against Kuchar and DeChambeau against Kuchar and Grace Howell, and they're all up. Everything's there. Absolutely. That's for the tournament, and then they have the first round. There's betting every week on it, and it's growing.
I know there's betting every week. I just didn't think there was that much action on it every week.
I'll try to get some statistics on it. I'll talk to some of the sportsbook operators and find out. But I believe it's been growing pretty good. Like I said, it's not caught up to the major sports yet, but people are more in. And now that Tiger's back in the game, well, of course, anytime he plays, the ratings go through the roof. So
he's not going to be playing for a while.
No, he's not playing this week. He won't be playing for a while. You're right. Okay, Hank. Well,
but they are taking bets on whether Tiger wins another major or not, or if he gets another major this year, and they're even taking money on whether he can get a Grand Slam this year, which is absurd.
Other than the fact that he won the other day, he has been close a couple of times, and I'm not. I don't know that he'll ever reach the 18 that Jack got, but and the waters parted for him the other day at the Masters, but he was very consistent. He's the only guy in the event that got as deep as he did, score-wise, and he knows that course, but he plays that course very well, obviously. But the guy still's got it. He still can play, and it's an amazing comeback. It's an amazing sports story. It's an amazing human interest story, and everybody's caught on to it.
You know, if Koepka had made his putt that was very makeable, they would have been tied at the end.
Very true. Very true. Then, oh boy, then there'd be pressure. Oh, playoff with Koepka and Woods, that would have been amazing. You know, I didn't win any money on it because I wasn't smart enough to bet Tiger. But the guy that bet 85,000 at 14-1 cashed in at 1.2 million.
There's a story out that guy is a fraud, that he was betting for somebody else.
No, that's possible. He has a long. I'm hearing that he has a long rap sheet, which is not good. And then somebody went into a casino and I guess put $40 down and won 13 million yesterday, and that's Well, you don't buy a ticket, you can't win. You don't play the slot machines and make a buck, you can't win. Yeah, it's possible the guy was betting for somebody else. I mean, 85,000 is a big bet to put on a golf matchup or a golf to win an event. That's a big, huge bet. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Golf, it's just there's too many, especially in an event like that where there's so many people that can beat you. It's not like it's head to head. It's not one against one. It's 1 against 20. And there'll be more coming out about it for sure. Hank, anything else? If not, I'll wrap it up today.
No, that's it for today.
All right, Hank, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody out there, for listening. Go to Jim Fice Sports, jimfice.com. Pick up our plays, articles, videos, podcasts. We got it all. We got some winners for you. And Hank, continued success. We'll talk Friday.
Okay, you too. Thanks.